guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale, and I am so excited for this one, guys. Royal recruits are good. What? What did he just say? I'm serious, man. Royal recruits, people are sleeping on them, and Bag agrees. We have Bag back on the channel today. Unfortunately, not on voice. We'll get him on voice next season, but right now he's 24th in the world using this actually not this Royal recruits deck, a similar Royal recruits deck, which I'll reveal in just a second. 7,740 trophies, again, 24th in the world. He climbed all the way using these recruits. This is the deck that we're going to be covering today. It's a recruits balloon miner deck, and the way he plays the recruits is going to be really important to cover right off the bat in today's video. So let's go ahead, and I want to show you this replay here. Not necessarily the best replay that he has in terms of just sheer power of the deck, but he plays recruits a lot, guys. He cycles them in the back, he uses them on defense, he plays them at the bridge. It's almost like a recruit cycle deck the way that Bag uses this card. He is not afraid, even against like a solo miner, to use his recruits. Why? Because unlike a normal 7-for-3 elixir trade, when you play the recruits, your opponent has to respond. They have to respond to both lanes and devote a lot of elixir to defending against your recruit counter push. So anytime he can get any sort of value out of his recruits, as is the case right here, he's going to play them. Just count the number of times he plays recruits inside these matches. By the way, gonna do these replays right now, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try this deck out myself and ladder. I can't wait to try this deck out because unlike normal balloon miner decks, I find this one, maybe it's because of the recruits, the quintessential no skill card in the game, I find this deck a little bit easier to use, a little bit lower of a skill cap than our normal miner balloon variant. So here, the opponent does a good job activating their king tower. However, we do have the damage advantage. Again, we have that brick wall defense behind these Royal recruits, and Royal recruits have always been one of my favorite cards in draft mode. But I think that Bag really makes a strong case, especially with this meta right now, with the fishermen, with all the P.E.K.K.A, the bridge spam, the miners, you name it, the royal giants. It does really well against all that stuff, even against like giant decks. I mean, it just holds its own. And this deck with the NATO also does well against other balloon decks, as you can see right here, and against Hog Rider decks for king tower activation. Even against beatdown decks like golem decks, this deck can do well. There's not that many bad matchups for a deck like this, and leaning on the power of the executioner, it even does well against Lava Hound. So there's really no bad matchup necessarily for this deck. Even against Expo, have the Royal recruits, you know, it's pretty solid. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and strike here. Again, playing a lot of recruits in this matchup, in all of our matchups, and we're playing recruits even in the back when you don't have an obvious play to make with this deck. I've noticed that Bag, through all these replays, he's happy just to cycle the recruits in the back, force a response out of the opponent, and then go in with a balloon push. He's aggressive the way he plays this deck, and that's the first thing that I noticed when watching these replays ahead of time that I wanted to point out to you guys for when you try this deck out. So a NATO comes down from the opponent. Here, things pretty, well, I was going to say they were close to even, but then we had that balloon death damage on the left tower, about 15 seconds to go inside this match. Giant Skeleton's gonna die again. Just do a great job stopping cards like Giant Skeleton with the recruits. Don't even have to worry about it. This time the balloon's coming in, but we have NATO in hand. We go in with a balloon of our own. We're gonna go ahead and take this king tower activation, pulling that NATO to our king tower. A little bit late on the activation, but it doesn't matter here. We have a miner on their tower. We don't get the balloon death damage. However, we get plenty. Actually, we do. Did we get the balloon death damage there? 33 HP. All it's going to need is a zap or a miner swing on that tower, and the game will be over. So GG's here in the first contest. There it goes. Bag with the victory. Let's go ahead and watch a different matchup. Let's watch the one here against, well, let's watch it against 2.6. Again, there's, I was going to ask Bag, share me the most difficult matchups, but then I thought to myself, and I'm like, wait a second here. There's no really awful matchups, right? This player, obviously a Japanese pro, I just call him High because of the hand. I don't know his real name, but I've actually been talking to him on Twitter for a bit. I wanted to get him on the channel playing 2.6 because he's definitely up there right now with Yursin as one of the top 2.6 ladder players right now. Of course, the OGs of Jack and Lucas Gamer and stuff. Ian now as well, making a name for themselves. But, you know, off the top of my head, I would put these guys as the top 5 2.6 players right now in the world. Those guys that I just mentioned. And here we go. You're going to see how frustrating it's going to be from the opponent here to handle this matchup. Again, with the Royal Recruits to block both lanes, they can't apply that opposite lane pressure that 2.6 players want to do inside their matches. And of course, we have the NATO as well, so it's going to be difficult for the opponent here. And he's already waving the white flag. He knows it. It's going to be almost impossible for him to actually get through and do some significant damage to our towers. He's going to wait for Bag to try to overcommit or try to attack, but it's just going to be difficult from his end because at the end of the day, we're always going to have at least our bats. He doesn't have Zappy as log, or we're going to have our NATO and whatnot. So he goes in with the log comboed with the Hog Rider. We cycle, as I told you. Bag very happy to cycle recruits in the back in a lot of these matches, a lot, and then going with the balloon attack. He has balloons selected right now. And let's see what he does. He goes balloon right lane. Could we see decks like this, only without the Royal Recruits, and insert the Elixir Golem? Just think about how big we could make these pushes with a 3 Elixir tank, or maybe even take out the Miner, although we kind of need Miner because we don't have a big spell. Maybe even take out the Miner. And just imagine what this deck could do, how much HP we could put behind our balloons. And then on the defensive end, it's not a big deal because we have the Executioner and the NATO for that positive Elixir trade, seeing as how our opponent's going to have a +4 Elixir after they kill the Elixir Golem. Anyway, just speculating here, but I see a lot of decks, a lot of deck possibilities for the Elixir Golem, so stay tuned here to the channel. I'll make sure I bring you guys tons of Elixir Golem content, especially early on next season, just because I want to go ahead and it's a new card and it's a new mechanic, so I want to explore that with you guys. So here he goes, Executioner in the right, Balloon in the left. That gets the Fireball out there from the opponent. Executioner is going to live on to get one valuable shot against that cannon. Meanwhile, here we go again. Fireball's back in the opponent's hand. We're still going to get a couple hits with that Balloon. Balloon gets knocked back, gets another hit, 16 seconds, and that's going to be GG. Bag has NATO in hand for that Hog Rider. We pull it to King Tower, log comes down. Doesn't matter, 8 seconds, and there it is, the brick wall Royal Recruits played. Very well done. Let's go ahead and watch 2 more replays, just to watch them in double time. This deck, again, not as technically precise, and I guess the same level of precision is not necessary as we see from, say, the Pompeo deck or something like that. Let's go ahead and watch it against Karar here, P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam. And he's a really good P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam player. Let's go double time. I'm sure you guys get the point by now. I'm itching to kind of jump into the arena myself, so we'll see how we do. We'll do a couple more replays first, though. So it looks like for starting plays with this deck, most of the time he just cycles either bats or skeletons behind his King Tower, then he waits to see what the opponent does, and then he combines that with the Miner in the safe spot. So here we go with the recruits. A nice Magic Archer connection there from the opponent. So the Magic Archer version being played by Kara of P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam is actually all right against this recruits deck, right? Because they have Poison, they have E-Wiz, they have Magic Archer, they have Royal Ghost. So he has plenty of weapons. This would be a more challenging matchup than our previous ones. However, on the opposite end of the arena, we still have Exenado. We still have Royal Recruits. So, you know, good luck, right? Executioner is so strong right now, he can counter a Battle Ram by himself and then take half the HP off that Royal Ghost. We go in with bats against the Royal Ghost, but the Royal Ghost does go invisible. However, we're able to attack that left lane, score some damage, and a couple direct hits on that left tower. There we go, recruits again, played at the bridge. Gonna stop that P.E.K.K.A. Executioner disposes of the Magic Archer, and then the P.E.K.K.A. Meanwhile, chipping away slowly but surely on that left tower there. Actually, that time it was blocked by the P.E.K.K.A., but we go in, we force out the zap out of the opponent. We have Executioner opposite lane. We play the recruits high again. Just, again, recruits against P.E.K.K.A., like, no worries, right? We have 3 recruits ready in hand. So here we go, 1 second left. We actually scored the damage of the death damage, excuse me, of that balloon on the right tower here. 10 seconds into, 15 seconds into sudden death overtime. Yeah, that's going to be GG. Nice NATO to pull that E-Wiz back for the victory. Let's do one more here. Let's do one against, I saw like a really fun Sparky matchup. Let's do this one. Sparky's back too, which is pretty cool to see. Shout out to my man Sweep. Watches my streams, and he's a really good streamer himself. Check out his streams if you want to see some Sparky streams, guys. I'll include a link in the show notes below. But he's one of the best Sparky players on ladder right now. He's currently top 200, and he's pretty much consistently top 200, using a variety of different Sparky decks. He actually plays a Sparky Royal Recruits deck. If you guys are interested, maybe I'll have him on the channel with that pretty soon. But I think that recruits are no joke. Not just saying this for clickbait. I think the recruits are really underrated and really solid right now. I would advise, even if it's not this deck in particular, I would advise you guys give him a shot. So Zap comes down, but it's okay. You zap our bats, we got skeletons, I feel for this guy, the opponent, even though he has the executioner of his own, he has Fireball, he has some Splash, but still, it's going against this deck. I mean, good luck ever getting Sparky through, right? So here we go, Sparky on the left. We go in with a balloon. It's a big elixir investment by the opponent. So now they're going to have to decide, do they force out a Fireball or just take that balloon death damage? In that case, they took the death damage. We go in with the bats there, being able to avoid or mitigate that zap there, take care of that Sparky with ease. Now we have Royal Recruits in hand. Here comes a giant Sparky push in the right. Fisherman as well. So let's see, but Bag's already able to cycle to another Royal Recruits and a NATO for the Executioner. The opponent throws in the towel. And you can see how effective the deck can be, guys. I mean, that's crazy. GG's, Bag. GG's. I like this deck, and I'm not even a balloon player necessarily. Let's go ahead and hop in the arena and see what we can do here, guys. I also like the max star level of the recruits. All right, Mano from Ghost Rider 973. This time I actually am doing the battles live. Lately, I've been like kind of pre-recording them. Okay, this is interesting. We're playing against Lava Hound as our very first matchup. So I talked to Big Game about how no worries, we've got Exenado. So we'll see what we're able to do here. We don't have anything. I'm actually going to go opposite lane here. I want him to have to respond. He's playing Clone. It's not too bad for us. We have NATO in hand. I'm gonna have to wait, eat some damage, and then pull everything to NATO, because we would have taken way too much damage had we zapped there. We still have the damage advantage, and I'm just gonna chill though. I think he does have the elixir advantage. So he'll have to respond to this unless he wants to take an Xe hit to the face. It might be a 2-tower game, so I'll take this. It's gonna do a lot of damage, man. It's insane, right? Look at that, 2 Xe hits. All right. So this time we are going to go in. He doesn't have like NATO or anything, so I'm actually going to go in with a miner there. I'm going to hover zap in case he bats. He does bat, so that's nice. We might be able to take that tower down there. I'm going to go ahead and play my bats. Okay, nice nice job on that baby D. He poisons, that's fine. Going to go ahead and NATO here. I really want to save my tower, so I NATO'd. I still have a small damage advantage, but we also have that damage that was actually really important in the right lane. I could go in with a miner here, but again, I do feel like he has the elixir lead, so I want to be a little bit more cautious here. Play my Royal Recruits. I actually catch the miner there, so that's good. I'm going to go in with a big balloon push here in the right. He's going to choose to defend in the left. I don't really like that decision on his part. Let's see what he does. He bats. That's fine because I can just wait. Zap them away. I actually get that left tower down, so he essentially wasted that Mega Minion. And nice. So here, I'm almost tempted. Okay. I thought I might be able to get, he's going to poison here, but it's okay. He's going to get tower. I'm just going to, oh. Okay. I'm just going to let this all go. No reason to over-defend. He actually, I need another Xe here. Actually, I'm just going to zap first. Actually, I'm not going to zap first. I can't decide what I want to do. I'm not super worried. Just need to decide what play I want to make. He poisons. So he gets a lot of damage, actually. But there's only 15 seconds left, and I have Executioner in hand. He does have poison. No, he poison's not in hand right now. So a little bit slow to react there, to say the least, from yours truly, but it doesn't matter. Able to walk away with a victory. We're going to go ahead and, just to be safe, just NATO nothing. Give him the good game. Well played. You can see, though, even against Lava Hound, not that difficult of a matchup, right? Let's go for another one, guys. This is fun. It's a fun deck to play. Recruits are a fun card to play, I think, you know? I like how, I disagree with like Clash with Shane, if you guys saw my balance video, that they need a buff. I think they're just fine, you know? I think that there's kind of, like I said, kind of underrated. A card that I also think is underrated that I do think needs a buff. Another common card. Any guesses? It's actually the Fire Spirits. I do think that Fire Spirits. So this guy might he might be playing Graveyard. So I guess I'm gonna play Executioner same lane here as this baby D. I screwed that up really nice. He zaps too. Oh my word. That was not good. Not a good start, but it's okay. Gonna let that go. I have an elixir advantage here. So we're gonna go for it. And we'll see if we can't. So I played the Executioner too far back and basically cost a ton of damage there. So as long as you don't make stupid mistakes like me, you should be pretty good. Okay, so we go in with the balloon. Also gonna go in the miner in the left tower. Try to take down this, I want to put him in uncomfortable, so he's going to NATO activate here. I want to put him in uncomfortable situations where he feels like he has to defend both lanes. He actually did a pretty good job defending there. I'm going to lean on my Executioner heavily. I actually get a lot of damage to that King Tower, though. Could potentially be a 3-crown situation. Nice defense here. Bats, so he can't really poison at this, you know, in that situation, and we're able to, I guess, a little RNG, so he gets a couple hundred damage off of my tower. Still upset about that first Executioner being played by yours truly, but even against Bowler, let's see what he does here. Spawns with a Knight. I might just take one hit from that Knight if my recruits, I don't know if my recruits will get in front in time. They won't. Okay, so I take one swing. It's okay, though. All right. Gonna put the miner over here. I'm always going to go opposite side of as the, because I know he has NATO, so I want to go opposite side of the, okay. Can't support this anymore. Might have been an overcommitment on the Executioner, but I do force a Knight out of his hands, so I'm okay with it. There are skeletons here. I'm also going to zap right now. Gonna go, does get a couple hits there. Miner on the tower. Let's see what he does. Want him to kind of use NATO. I guess, now that I think about it, I guess this is only 10 seconds left. I have to, like, go all in here on the left, obviously. Skeletons. Zap. He does have poison, so I just need to zap and mitigate damage here. Miner. Oh, you got it. Well played, well played. That one didn't work out so well, but what are you going to do? Let's go to the next one. That one, I think that just one Executioner really kind of screwed me there in the beginning. All right. Rematches. After the last one, I feel like we could use a rematch. Let's see. So skeletons in the back. Start out here. We're still one card away from miner, so baby dragon. So he uses his log, and he uses, oh my word, really aggressive on that lightning by him. So I'm not going to combo with balloon just yet. What I'm going to do is I should be able to take that witch maybe down. I'll split 4 to the left. I'll hit with a balloon in the left. Put skeletons on the witch as soon as she locks on. Alright, let's see what he does. Want to see what he plays in the left? Okay. He used Mega Minion. That's going to be towered down. Forget it. I'm actually even going to pull that baby dragon away. He NATOs 2. And now get a miner down on defense. And take a little bit of damage because I'm going to have that left tower down. I'll take the whole baby dragon to catch up an elixir. Just going to put it below 1,000 damage. Maybe I should have responded with bats or zap in hindsight, but he golems. So we're just going to stack it in the right. I think I'm actually going to play Executioner first, and then recruits towards the bridge. So he's playing a Witch, Mega Minion, Golem deck. There he goes. We're going to put Skeletons down too to help DPS that Golem down. He's really aggressive, which I like. He'll get the tower, which is fine. We're going to totally destroy his tower, I feel like, on this counter push. The Bat's way in the back over there. I'm going to go Balloon here, Executioner here. Miner on the Witch. Zap on the Witch. He has Lightning back in hand. Ooh! By destroy his tower, I meant do like a death damage. A balloon death damage. Alright. Alright, let's go in with a balloon push here. That's fine. Gonna let that all go. He has lightning, obviously, so not much we can do about it. Just wait for him to use it. Lightning's down. Gonna pull that Golem away so he doesn't get the death damage. Tower's doing nice DPS against his support troops. Mega Minion down. Oh man, look at this. Put a miner on that Witch. Just need my NATO back in hand. Quick, quick! Ah! Wasted a NATO. Should have just taken the death damage. Definitely should have taken that death damage. Instead, I'm going to have to play aggressively here. He has lightning in hand, so we're going to go in. He has mini P.E.K.K.A now. Going to send bats in as well. Going to send miner in. His baby dragon, Mega Minion in hand. That's going to be GG. All right. Good game. He was so aggressive with his lightnings, guys, you know? Let's go ahead and just, let's do one more, okay? Let's do one more, and we'll call it a video. All right. Here we go. Next opponent. Good luck. So we have bats. Boom. Inferno Tower. Bats in the back, I think, will be the play. And then we have our miner ready to go. Go left side this time. Zap in hand. Executioner of his own. I see. See you, Rexy. I see you and I raise you one of my own. Alright. So Exy on Exy, he logs. I'm actually going to recruit here to keep my Executioner alive. We'll see if that was a mistake. Oh. Just zap that away. He goes in with the Valkyrie. That's fine again. See, like, how he had to spend a lot of elixir defending that? That's what I'm talking about, is even when you play aggressive with this deck, oftentimes, your opponent, like, just has to play something, you know? Just gonna cycle to a miner on defense here. I actually shouldn't have played that miner at point-blank range. He still won't get a hit, but, you know, I'll lose my miner. Nice, easy activation here. So this guy, you got a feel for him, right? Playing Exy Hog, which is still really popular right now. He has Log as his small spell. He obviously has NATO as well. He doesn't have Hogs in hand, so a perfect time to cycle my recruits. I'm assuming he has Rocket, so it's like the Viper Happy Noob deck. He has Exy and he has NATO in hand. So I'm kind of just gonna, okay. I wanted to see which lane he was going to play his Executioner. Now we know. Going to go in there. He's going to NATO. Nice NATO on his part. But I'll still get death damage and plenty of chip damage. Now I'm forced to go with a Executioner. And I'll take one Hog hit, but that's about it, right? Yeah. Exy NATO on defense. And 862, we already had that right tower down too. Alright, so again, I want my miner in hand. I should have cycled those in the back, but it's alright. So Zap comes down. Oof. Exy on Exy Crime in the left. That was a nice push. He cycled really, really quickly there. That's over here. This over here. Should be able to get some nice value. How those that one remaining bat, right? Zap there as well. He actually plays nice defense there in the other lane too. This guy's playing very well. The Valkyrie obviously is doing a really good job against me. He's gonna Executioner right here. He knows I'm coming in hot. For me, this is just a play to get the NATO out of his hand. Okay, he NATOs, but very late. That's gonna cost him the game there, guys. That's it. All right, good game. All right, guys, we'll call it a video there. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Good luck with the deck. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one. I had a lot of fun in this video. Huge shout out to Bag. Check out his player stats and information. Thanks to statsroyale.com. You can see his whole player card, his win rates, the decks that he uses, and his you can kind of stock his ladder battles if you want to. So check that out on Stats Royale. And a huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Give Bag a follow on Twitter, guys. He's a good guy. And one of the most, now he's one of the most old school ladder players in the game. I'll always a ton of respect for the guy's knowledge of the game. Anyway, I'm blabbing. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, take care, guys.